Sarah, I'm going to come to you if I may. When we look at content, adding more content, does that not just mean that agents are going to spend more time looking through options and variations to offer to their client? And so what does that mean for Sabre? How do you then take that content and develop the solutions to improve productivity and reduce that training time that TMCs are looking for, especially in today's market with the staffing shortages and changing direction for bringing people in?
Yeah, no, absolutely, Andrew. It's a great question. And it's an area that we hear and talk to our customers frequently about. There's a real highlighted need now to be able to help to increase that productivity and to reduce those operational costs. We've seen, and we've been doing some studies. We're having lots of conversations with our customers, and we have seen that travel agents are losing potential revenue opportunities because of the challenges with the productivity and the increase in operational costs. And there is such a high volume still of manual administrative tasks. So some of the agents we've seen are spending as much as 70% of their workday performing what are manual, repeatable, non-revenue generating tasks. So when you consider the operational impact these workflow challenges are having, it's absolutely no surprise that automation has become a real focus area to increase productivity and reduce those costs. So from a Sabre perspective, we're listening. We're seeing what's happening with our customers. We're seeing what's happening in the industry. And we've continued to develop and deliver a range of solutions to help our customers. And we have, from an automation standpoint, a whole portfolio that I'll share a little glimmer into sort of what we have, particularly helping in what is a very challenging environment, as you referred to, right, with the content. Evolving the fragmentation. There's so many different demands on travel agencies in today's environment. It's tough. So we think from an automation standpoint, this is a real key area that we can help our customers. And so if we look at solutions that we have, like our automated refunds and automated exchanges solutions, these are helping our customers to automate what are very complicated, complex areas of servicing those ticket exchanges and refunds. And with the system doing that calculation of the collections and the refunds, it removes the need for any of that agent manual intervention. So also to talk about what we've been doing to further that investment in automation, we've been working hard to extend coverage of our automated refund solutions and also our EMD solutions to try and increase the airline participation and also to enable servicing to occur when actions have actually been taken directly by the airline, of which we saw a great increase in that activity, obviously, over the past couple of years, again, with a focus to removing the need for manual intervention by an agent. We also have some additional products in the workflow management area. We have a solution called Automation Hub. An Automation Hub, again, is taking the processing of what are repeatable functions, such as P&R booking, status checks, or schedule changes, just to name a couple. And we've continued to invest in thinking about the efficiency of our solutions and thinking about the actual landscape of our customers. And one of the things we've done this year is started the development of Automation Hub to manage the servicing of bookings, irrespective of actually where the booking was originally made. Also to mention just a couple of other areas here with our customers that are who are developing their own technology. We have structured fare rules and exchange shopping as our best-in-class APIs. And these APIs allow our customers to develop their own custom solutions so that they can develop and automate what would be self-serve post-booking tasks, again, to drive efficiency, to increase productivity and drive those costs down. And we also have, finally to mention, TicketExpress, which actually recently launched globally a couple of months back in the spring. And TicketExpress, again, talking about data points, has a phenomenal support to our customers, given that it can actually save up to 5 minutes of handling time per transaction. So if you think about what that can mean to a customer's bottom line, allowing for complete touchless pricing and ticketing processing, that has some huge benefits from a cost saving perspective.
Yeah, sure. Well, sounds like you've been extremely busy, the pair of you. So that's really good to hear. I want to pick you both up on something, because, if you look at the two markets predominantly, US has that very kind of point-to-point concept, very kind of within internal US marketplace, where it's very easy to take a high online basic ticket pricing, and automation really helps. If you look at the UK market as an example, Sarah, for you, slightly more complex, with a bit kind of, European continent, different ticketing rules, restrictions, multi-airlines. Do you feel like this approach suits everybody when you're looking to sort of bring this automation? So that's a question for you both, really, from your each market perspective. And then secondly, this question for you, Sarah, on something you said. One of the big conversations in the industry over many years has been this kind of de-skilling of the agent, right? The more automation you bring in, the more kind of point and click concept you take, you de-skill the agent. What would you say to that in terms of the conversations that you've been having, what TMCs are asking? So 2 questions in one there. One is the difference between the two markets, and one is around the kind of de-skilling of the agent with this automation, which I think is great because it helps bring new entrants to the marketplace. But just wanted to get your thoughts on it, really.
Absolutely, Andrew, and I'll start, and Robbie can chime in if he's got something else to add to it. But from your latter question, when we think about automation, we're not thinking about this as a de-skilling of our travel agents. What we're doing, what we're thinking, our thought process is, what from a workflow are agents doing where we can take out the burden of some of those manual, administrative was, I think, the language I used there, tasks, right? So that they can focus and use their skills to be able to prioritize that on revenue generating activities, efficiency driving activities. Whereas, as I said, those statistics are incredible, right? 70% of an agent's workday in the research that we did was spent from managing, repeatable functions like looking at queues, reviewing P&Rs, checking for schedule changes. These are functions that can be taken into automation, can be driven through those robotics to help to drive the efficiency, to allow our customers to focus their time on those revenue generating activities. And I think that's what we hear from our customers. They are looking for ways that they can drive cost out of the business. And it's those sorts of functions that are increasing their operational costs. And Andrew, just to come to the other point you were making then around the different geographies and, can our automation solutions help across our customers? Absolutely, no question, right? We're a global company. We're serving the needs of our global customers. And the way that we're tackling the automation or the efficiency challenges with automation is developing solutions that do not just meet one customer's needs in one market, but that they meet them all. And so what I mean by that is, when we think about customers who are using our points of sale solutions, we've got the technology there. We've got customers who are building their own. We've got the technology also available within our APIs. So we're building out almost an automation toolkit within our portfolio. So depending on your needs as a customer, you can pick and choose the right solutions to help you tackle your challenges.